As we begin this Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock, we take a look outside. A mix of sunshine and clouds right now, but parts of the Denver area are under a severe thunderstorm watch.
We could see some possible tornadoes and some large hail later tonight, especially up in northern and eastern Colorado. They've been hit pretty hard as well the last few days, Kathy.
Yeah, it's the northeastern corner of the state, Kim, that we're most concerned with in terms of dangerous thunderstorms that could come in during the overnight hours. Denver's kind of in that isolated category. A lot of the ingredients are there, but it's still pretty cool, so we have that cap still in place, keeping things relatively calm. But the moisture, you can see it in the atmosphere out there, and with enough heating of the day, we'll start to see these thunderstorms start to go. It may be later this evening that we start to see the most activity, and temperatures, as I mentioned, look at this, 80 degrees in Denver this hour, 84 in Greeley, 79 in Fort Collins. And we're watching the humidity values, which are increasing out across northeastern Colorado, and those are the areas that will see the greatest threat for hail-producing storms and storms with rotation. National Weather Service putting out a severe thunderstorm watch for northeastern Colorado through 10 o'clock tonight. DIA is included in it and the eastern portions of the metro Denver area, but it's primarily I-76 out toward the North Platte area and I-70 out through Lyman and Burlington. Got a couple of severe cells already dropping some big hail. This cell in Washington County, northeast of Akron, is sliding southeast. Hail, wind, and lightning with that cell in Yuma in the path there. Watching a new developing cell in the Lyman area, not severe at this point. But Storm Prediction Center has extreme northeastern Colorado in the enhanced view. And this is the area here that could see tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. Denver's in that marginal view, so we'll see maybe one or two thunderstorms that roll through quickly, but most of the activity doesn't start until later tonight and could go late into the evening. And so it's certainly an area to watch with all of the ingredients coming together from Fort Morgan out to Sterling, Holyoke, and Julesburg. Temperatures in Denver comfortable for August this evening if you're out and about. We have drier weather, a change in the weather pattern starting tomorrow. We'll talk about that and take you right into next weekend and give you an idea of what you can expect.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon, Kathy. Thank you. Storms in Larimer County last week dumped a lot of rain and flooded parts of the city. Now Larimer County plans to declare a local emergency disaster. This is partially about what happened last week, but it could also what they expect with more possible monsoon rain this month. The county says it had $1 million in damage from flash flooding and debris flows. 4 inches of rain fell in Fort Collins. Water covered roads and damaged some buildings on the CSU campus. Parts of Glen Haven and Buckhorn were also damaged. The declaration is the first step in getting some help from the state and federal agencies.
In western Colorado, workers are now working on a permanent fix. This after part of a road washed away this spring. It was snowmelt from this spring, along with all the rain, that caused a culvert to collapse off Highway 133, and that destroyed part of the road between Hotchkiss and Paonia. Workers opened a temporary bridge back in June for slower traffic, but now they're working on a permanent replacement, which they hope will be finished by mid-November.
Jefferson County reported its first human case of West Nile virus this morning, making it the 13th confirmed case of West Nile in 9 counties so far. Weld and Larimer counties have had 3 cases each, and another 6 counties have had 1. 3 people have required hospitalization. 2 people had neurological symptoms, according to CDPHE. So far, 1 person has died. You can protect yourself by using bug spray, DEET, wear those long sleeves and long pants if possible.
A new federal policy went into effect for some blood donation centers this week. That policy allows more gay and bisexual men to donate blood.
LGBTQ advocates and doctors say it's long overdue. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Rosari shares with us the impact this rule change will have on so many people.
Today, inside Denver Health, the focus is on those that spent 40 years on the outside. For Dr. Sarah Rowan.
Absolutely. This is definitely way overdue.
The news was a long time coming. A FDA blood donation policy change went into effect for some donation centers this week. Gay and bisexual men in monogamous relationships can now donate blood. And instead of sexual orientation, the new policy asks everyone about more specific sexual acts that may more likely put someone at risk for HIV.
We know that HIV can affect anyone. There's nothing specific to being gay that makes someone more susceptible to HIV. It goes a long way to fighting stigma.
I definitely think it's a step in the right direction, for sure, yeah.
Drew Austin is a gay man that may now be eligible to donate blood. While Vitalent, the local blood donation center, is still preparing to allow the new eligible individuals to donate, Austin says he plans to consider signing up.
I definitely think that it's something I would definitely consider, and I think it's progress for the gay community. But I think more so, it's about this idea of seeing the disparity that has been around us and invisible for so long.
It took decades to get here, but many believe it will only take months to see the difference it will make.
There are many people who would be very happy to donate blood who were previously restricted. So I do think that we'll see an increase in blood donations.
While many say this is a step in the right direction, there are still some restrictions. People who take PrEP, HIV preventative medication, would have to be deferred for 3 months from their most recent dose. That's because current testing methods may result in a false negative for individuals taking that medication. Tom?
Any idea yet on the numbers we might see? Any sort of growth in the amount of people who are donors?
No hard numbers just yet, but doctors do believe we will see an increase. This is a group of people who've wanted to give back for a long time and have fought to have this right.
Well, we know more is better, so we'll see what happens. Thanks, Jaleesa.
A new routine is setting in for families as Douglas and Aurora schools go back to the classroom. They did so this morning, and for a couple of schools in Aurora, it was the first day ever. There's 4 new schools in the community, including the first school to serve Aurora's Highlands neighborhood. Some of the bigger districts in the Denver metro area like Jeffco, Cherry Creek, and Will County, they go back to school next week. As kids go back to school, Colorado State Patrol is starting a 3-month campaign reminding drivers to stay alert in those school zones. The Look Again CEO campaign reminds drivers to look out for people walking or biking around schools. It also educates pedestrians and drivers about school zone safety, crosswalks, and other roadways. Troopers will provide banners for schools to hang in their crosswalk areas. According to statewide statistics, 2022 was a record-setting year for pedestrian deaths. There were 754 traffic deaths in Colorado last year, and close to 22% involved pedestrians. Last August had the highest pedestrian deaths of 2022.
Tonight, 9 News and our partners at the Denver Gazette are going to be talking about youth violence. We're going to be holding a town hall talking about school shootings and gang violence, and that'll kick off at 6 o'clock. That's at the Anschutz Medical Campus Auditorium in Aurora. We'll also be live streaming it. 9 News reporter Steve Stager will be the moderator.
RTD is announcing a new program to give kids and teens free rides for the next year. The Zero Fare for Youth program includes all RTD services, including buses, light rail, and commuter rail trains. It includes everyone 19 years and younger. The program starts September 1st, runs through next August. Right now, RTD is in the middle of that Zero Fare for Everyone program. That lasts through the end of this month.